loves, and welcome to another video. Yes, my new brush arrived. Here she is. I use a size 10. This is from Glitter Planet. Look how gorgeous this is. I just get so distracted by its sparkle. Look at that. That's a very beautiful brush. 100% Kolinsky. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Right, I have prepped Abby's nails. I have applied the tips. I'm going to put a thin clear base down on every single nail. And yeah, that's it really. So that we've got something to file back to. Although she has a little bit of a habit. If she damages one nail at work, which I get it, when you work in retail, you're kind of lifting boxes, deliveries, you're getting your hand trapped in a till. If she damages one nail, she tends to start pulling them off. So by the time she came to have her nails done, I think she had 2 left and she just ripped them off. I was like, oh, don't let me see you doing that, girl. Don't let me see. So, yeah, I didn't have to remove any nails. We just started fresh. I used Glitter Planet easy stiletto tips, and just cut them down. And obviously I've done prep, I've done prime, all that sort of stuff. Dehydrated. And the reason I do the thin clear base, number one, it helps with adhesion, although she rips them off anyway. And number two, if I get her back in before there has been any damage, then I've got something to file back to do a redesign, because I'm going to work with some coloured acrylic and I wasn't sure what I was going to do on what hand. She basically gave me free range. She sent me a few designs and then she said, do what you want. And I was like, okay, fair enough. So I did what I wanted, which is nice, isn't it? I desperately need to do my nails, guys. I've been so busy and I've been ill, obviously. Now this is Goddess. I've used so much of this already. It's beautiful. Can you see that shimmer? It's gorgeous. And then we're using Lemon Sorbet, I think it's called. Gorgeous glitter acrylic. Oh my God. I'm going to put Lemon Sorbet on this nail. As you can see. Oh, look at it. How gorgeous is that? It's so, so beautiful. You don't need a colour underneath it. Because it's smaller pieces of glitter, it's very densely packed. And you don't need a clear acrylic, obviously. Well, you need to cap it when you're finished, which is encapsulation. But I'm just going to walk that bead down. It's very, very nice to have a new brush. Thank you for those of you that supported me and sent super thanks, because I was able to get myself a new brush. That was very nice of you. And I have had a PR package from Lorna at Glitter Planet today. And it's stunning. Oh my God, I cannot wait to show you. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I've literally opened it and had a little peek and put a sneaky peeky on my Instagram. And then that's it. So I need to swatch. And I'm very much looking forward to that. The bright colours and just the joy of kind of colourful nails at this time of year. Oh, love it. Even though I like my goth colours, you know that. And I love Halloween nails. I love yellow. For example, yellow is one of my favourite colours. There's something about yellow as a colour that just makes me smile. I don't even know why. And green as well. My whole house has got green everywhere. Green walls, green wallpaper. I love green. I'm wearing a green dress today. I have a green cup to go with my green dress. So yeah, I'm not working super thick here because I can't build structure and strength. So coloured acrylics, glitter acrylics generally are not strength powders. You need to apply them sparingly, but enough to get the coverage you want. The 2 middle fingers are going to be Goddess, which is the nude acrylic that has a slight gold shimmer to it. So I don't need to encapsulate that because core powders are your strength and structure. So if it's a core powder, you build your strength, your structure with it, you build your apex, etc. If it's not, then you need to work thinner and then use a clear core powder normally to go over the top. Like there'd be no point in doing a yellow nail and then covering it in nude because you wouldn't see the yellow unless you're doing a peekaboo nail. So I can build the entire strength and structure with this, and I don't have to worry about, sorry, my phone just pinged. Yes, so I don't have to worry about anything else going on the nail, and I'm using the brush to do the majority of the work, because the more work I do with the brush, the less filing I have to do. Filing will aggravate your joints in the long term. Even if you're a young whippersnapper and you're like, don't talk to me, I am fine, I don't get an achy arm or an achy leg or an achy back or an achy finger. You will. Don't worry, it's coming, babes. Just sit back and wait. Or listen to us oldies and prevent it, or at least reduce your risk. Ergonomics are huge, the way you sit, the way you position yourself, but also minimizing exposure. So, for example, like for me, I'm double jointed. Using a nail file, I would push my thumbs into really weird positions and not feel it because I'm double jointed, and then they would lock. Now I've got arthritis in both my thumbs. So if you feel like, use your file as least amount as possible. So if you can do the work with your brush, that means that when you file it, you haven't got to spend too long putting that pressure on your wrists, your hands, your shoulders. Then you're reducing your risk long term. I mean, some nail techs get repetitive strain. I've got neck problems. So we all hurt in different areas, but I guarantee you, you will hurt at some point in your career. It's just not a career that's built for ease of body. I don't know how to explain it. It's the sort of job that puts your body in funny positions for prolonged periods of time. So it's like eyelash technicians, they're hunched over all the time. It's bad for you. And if you can invest in like a weekly or fortnightly massage, do it. That I never knew about until it was too late. But my friend does all the time, just to kind of get herself back on an even keel, because we contort our body into some funny old shapes, don't we? Don't even know we're doing it either. There's that temptation to not move the client, but to move ourselves, which we know is wrong, but we don't want to inconvenience the client. So, yeah, don't sacrifice yourself, because you're the one that's got to work at the end of the day. I'm doing the same on this nail as the last one. I'll get off my high horse now. I'll sit back down. Sit down, girlie. Yeah, same again. Goddess, keeping it as neat as I can. Smoothing it out. I'm going to apply my cuticle bead and build my apex, tuck it in and smooth it down. What are you drinking? I have got fresh lemon and honey with hot water, because I still have this phlegm cough thing and I've got to sing on Saturday. So I'm still prepping the vocal cords, but as you can hear, it's a lot better. It's allergy season as well, so I don't think that helps. Where's my lady with ginger? Is it ginger and brandy? I always think about your bougie drinks. Yes, I'm going to add a tiny bit on the right hand side there. There's almost like a little, it's probably me being picky, but I'm going to fill the gap. Fill the gap, fill it up, shove it in. Oh God, oh, that's sharp. Ooh. I've run out of honey. I've gone through 2 bottles of honey since I got ill. So since Easter weekend, two bottles of honey and a litre of lemon juice. Because my mate bought me a litre bottle of Spanish squeezed lemons. And it's pretty much empty. Ha! At least you know I've been doing my bit to get my voice healthy. Hence the delay in videos uploading and stuff, because I wasn't well enough. But yeah, once I'm happy with that, we'll move on to the next nail. She's going to be a full nail of lemon sorbet. See that? Oh, it's such a beautiful colour. This time I applied it closer to the cuticle and thought, well, I'll walk the product down the nail and see how far I get. It doesn't really matter. You do it any way you want. As long as you end up with a nice nail that's structurally sound, Do it whichever way you want. That's what I'm going to tell you. There's like your traditional methods, your 3 beads or your 2 beads, but people do 1 bead. Some people might do 6 beads. At the end of the day, who knows when they look at the nail? Nobody goes, that's a 4 beader. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's, oh, that's a nice nail. So don't beat yourself up. I'm going to add a little bit more product at the tip because it was a bit too thin and opaque. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Once I'm happy, I'll move on. I think I had a little bit more just at the cuticle. Yes, I do. Just a tiny little speckly bit. There we are. That's lovely. Okay, onto the thumb. Now you know I bloody love a juicy thumb. I just think, well, they're wider, aren't they? They're bigger, so you've got more surface area to work on. They get in shot a little bit better, and they're just lovely. So the thumb is going to be another full nail of lemon sorbet. Obviously not in 1 bead. I'll build it up in however many beads it takes. Not too fussed really, like I said. No bead police around here. Oh no. No bead police. Gonna pop a cuticle bead. See, I use the tip of my brush and I just place it just slightly behind the bead. It's ever so slightly. And I'm just patting it into place, making sure the sides are controlled, and then I'll use the underneath of my brush to feather down. If you can kind of get your brush just behind that bead, it stops it going too far. I'm going to add some more to the tip. Just a dip, honey. And then blend it back. So I'm going to flip my brush around and blend it back and just even out the product and the coverage. And then that's that. Happy days. And now we need to encapsulate. We only need to encapsulate the 3 yellow nails. I've quickly gone over the nail with a wet brush with Monomer on it. And then I'm picking up a nice big bead of clear acrylic. I'm going to walk that bead down the nail to stop it splaying out because it wants to go splat. Then I'm going to tuck it up at the cuticle and then use the middle of my brush, the underneath, to move that product down the nail. You don't need to rush this part. The product is polymerizing slowly, and the more it polymerizes, the more it becomes moldable. So it's like you've got quite a bit of time to play with it and mold it, and that makes it a lot easier. There was a little hair that Abby saw, so I had to get that. And then I'm just going to slice off, essentially, the remaining product. Oop, off it goes. Well, yeah, any minute, yeah. Any minute now. There you go. And then I'm going to tidy up because I don't want to leave the nail like this. So I'm going to start patting, tapping, pulling, pushing, nudging, smoothing, everything that needs to be done. So there's the least amount of lumps and bumps. And that way, when I come to finish file, again, reducing the risk of repetitive strain-related injuries. So that nail's done. Again, look, quickly brush over with Monomer. The only reason I do that is because this is a glitter acrylic, and any little dusty bits, anything that's accidentally got on there could cause like frosty appearance. So if you are working with glitter or coloured acrylics, just quickly swipe the nail with a bit of Monomer. When you put that clear bead on, it's kind of going to go, ooh, easy peasy. And don't apply your clear bead to a wet nail. What I mean is, like, if you've just applied your glitter acrylic, don't go straight in with clear because the glitter hasn't polymerized. It's not in place yet, so it will move. Same with colour. If you were to put red acrylic on a nail, grab a bead of clear, put that on top, all you're going to do is smoosh the two together. So you need to give it time to set. Not a huge amount of time. But generally, by the time you've worked from the pinky to the thumb, you can go back to the pinky and start capping. So I'm going to do the same on this now. I'm tapping, I'm smoothing, I'm patting, I'm pressing. Everything I need to do to get it relatively smooth. So then I just need to refine it at the end. Same on the thumb, quick swipe over, look. That glitter is stunning. It's like the sunshine. like the sunshine. Oh, the dog's just opened the door now. I can hear the telly. Hang on. Okay. So yeah, patting that bead into place. Pat, pat, pat. Gonna drag it down the nail. I'm not applying a super amount of pressure because you don't want air bubbles in there. So it's more just kind of using gravity to naturally pull the product down and then using my brush to tease it into place, just ever so gently, look. You don't need a huge amount of force. It wants to flow. You're just guiding it, really. And then I need to just tidy up that edge quickly, and then we'll go in with our next bead. But the more I can tidy up now, then that doesn't kind of set into place incorrectly. Okay. Let's grab another bead and pop that in the cuticle area. There we are. And I'll come up behind the bead and tuck it with the tip of my brush. Tip to tuck, middle to move, right? So tip of the brush tucks that product into those little small areas. Middle of the brush moves the product down the nail. Don't need a super big apex because this nail is relatively short, so it's quite well balanced. But I can always add more anyway if I feel like I need a little bit more of an apex. And that is like if you see here, this is a real example of just looking at the nail from all angles and thinking, there's a little bit of a dip there. So I can smooth that out, I can work with that, I can get it sorted, take off any excess. It doesn't matter. This makes absolutely no difference to the finished nail. Like I said, no bead police here. Okay, now this is my filing routine. Sidewall, sidewall, free edge, and then I will go around the cuticle area, pulling the skin back with my left thumb, as you can see, supporting the finger. And then I'm going to start going from the cuticle across the nail. I've slightly adapted my filing, the way I hold my file because of my thumb. And then I'm just going to do the body of the nail as well. I don't aim to take a lot off the apex. I kind of scoot over it and then check it. And if anything needs to come down, it comes down. But it's more about smoothing out the surface of the nail and sharpening those edges so that they could cut a bitch. Some clients don't like really sharp edges, and they are wrong. They're wrong. They're just wrong. When I used to work full time in nails, if people come in and go, could you just round them off for me? You might as well have just gone, could you just stick my hands in poo? It hurt me, but you have to give the client what they want. Abby doesn't get what she wants. She gets what she gets. Right? And she moans at me all the time anyway, all the way through. Oh, you're not going to get the e-file. Oh, no, but what if I do? Oh, shush, 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 lady, shush. It's my son's girlfriend, so, the banter is strong with this one. I flipped my file, as you can see, and I'm using it kind of like a flat edge on the top of the nail. Once I've filed them all, I'm going in with Madame Glam's yellow gel paint and my Glitter Planet dotting tool. I'm going to do some flowers. 5 dots, take my detailer brush, dip it in the yellow paint just to kind of wet the tip of the brush. And then I'm going to pull those little petals, the dots, into the middle to create a flower. Isn't that lovely? And I will flash cure. So every time I've finished one flower, my nails will go into the lamp. Well, Abby's nails, not my nails. Gosh. Abby's nails will go into the lamp and have a flash cure, and I'll move on to the next hand, as you can see. And we will go back and forth. So there's always one hand on the desk, one hand in the lamp. And that keeps productivity flowing. You can, if you're super confident, you can just do the whole finger, the whole nail in one. But I know that if I get distracted by a sound and turn my head, then oh gosh, I got a yawn. Sorry, that crept up on me. If I get distracted, then I know the flower's going to go wonky and I'll have to start again. So I tend to do one at a time and just flash cure to keep it in place for about like 20 seconds and then go in and do a full cure. And I will keep doing that. I'm going to do that on both the middle nails, but I haven't shown you all of it because it's quite a long video. Sorry, my son called. Yes, I've shown you one nail, but it's pretty samey. I don't always get the flowers bang on, but do you know what? People's hands are not like holding still at all times, so whatever. I really find petals difficult. I don't know why. Or no, more to the point, if I think about it too much, I find it difficult. If I just do it, it's fine. Oh, do you know what I've been doing this week? This is for my UK ladies. I've been trying Gusto. Oh my God, those box dinner things are lush. They're so yummy scrummy in my tummy. They are so nice. I'm showing you more flowers. I didn't actually think I'd included this bit. Maybe I did then. I feel like I thought I had deleted it, but I haven't. So here it is. Can you see those? It's quite easy, isn't it? Once you get going. Pop another one in the corner there. Like just do the 3 petals coming off the edge. Gives it a little bit of a wraparound look then. Anyway, so we'll speed through that. And now we're going to take the white gel paint and just do a dot in the middle of each flower. Obviously, you don't need to flash cure one at a time. Just do them all, whack them in for a full minute. Now, these gels dry tack-free, so you don't need to worry about that. And they're super duper pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot, which means the nails don't get bumpy. There's nothing worse than like real lumpy, bumpy painting. It's so annoying to then top coat and look at it and go, oh, I don't look very good. I don't like that. I'm not having it on my nails. Take it off immediately. So once that's done, whack it in the lamp for a minute. This is the full kit of the gel paints. It's got a magnetic lid. It's stunning. You've got all your primary colours. You've got some extras. You've got 2 metallics, like glittery, and you can just mix so many different colours out of this. So many different, and they are really, really highly pigmented. So I'd recommend that. You can save 30% with code SarahB30. Now we're on to top coat. I'm using Madame Glam No Wipe top coat. Check out that glitter acrylic from Nailmate. Like angels of the nails. I love it. We'll do a generous top coat on each nail and cure in the lamp for 1 minute. Oh, this is my favourite part when working with like acrylic or hard gel is the top coat, because they get so mattified by the filing process. So then when you come in with a top coat, it's like the nail just goes, I'm here. And angels come down from the heavens and the sun bursts through the clouds and shines on the nails. I'm obsessed. Can you tell? Wait for this. Oh, just look, ready? Oh, yes, it's so glittery. So glittery! Sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. I'm going to strain my voice. You guys are naughty. Stop making me do that. I've changed my beverage now. I've got a Coke Zero as well. So 2 beverages in one video. Aren't you lucky? Let me know if you've had 2 beverages. Also, let me know what's on your nails. Oh, and in the UK, typical 1st of May, heat wave. Thank God I've got one dress that fits me. I got one because I lost like 3 stone 9. I got one dress that fits me. Yeah, great. I've just bought like Doc Martens that go halfway up my calf. Have you seen them? Oh, they're so good. They're like platform Doc Martens. No, not platform. They've got a heel. They're like chunky heeled Doc Martens, and they go up sort of like halfway up the shins. I don't care how hot I am in those boots. I'm wearing them all summer. When I wear a dress, if I'm working, like singing, those boots are on. I don't care if I am dehydrated, hooked up to an IV while singing. Those boots are coming with me. They're so beautiful. Obviously, I'm top coating this hand as well. Did you guess? For those of you that don't already know. And for those of you that are new, hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know. Or if you've never spoken before in the comments, please do. Really, really helps the channel to get more interaction. Also, if you can take the time to like the video, make sure that you've got that little notification bell checked so you never, ever miss anything. And, you know, if you've got friends that you think, oh, they might benefit from this, then share it with them maybe. I mean, you don't need to be an annoying person, but just have a little share. It all helps to grow my channel. And the more my channel grows, the more content I can afford to put out. So I'm really grateful for your support. Let's do a final reveal, shall we? I think we're going to add a little bit of cuticle oil from the Tough Love Nail Co. She always has its Britney bitch. Seems to be a firm favourite with everybody. It's so perfumed. I'm applying a generous amount because Abby has a lot of dry skin on the tips of her fingers. She often gets peely skin from the soap at work. And she nibbles and catches her fingers on boxes. They're sore. And she just needs that kind of nourishment going in. And I'll leave it for a couple of seconds. And then I'm going to grab a lint-free pad. And I'm just going to wipe away the excess that's sitting on top of the skin. But I'm going to wipe up. Not down over the nail. But up and around. Like in an arch. Like up and around like that. Because I don't want to bring that cuticle oil down onto the nail and make it go funny. Because it won't look as nice. Just wipe the excess off. Leave some on there, just wiping the excess off. And here's the final reveal. I really, really hope you've liked this video. It was really fun to do this set. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.